What is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. We got some things we got to talk about this morning. If you guys are new to the channel, we are currently on the road to 5,000 subscribers. The 4K giveaway is currently happening over on my Twitter. That will close up on Saturday, so if you guys want to enter, the clock is ticking. If you haven't already, go down there and drop a like, and let's just hop into everything we got this morning, because like I said, there are some things we have to talk about. Let's kick us off with some recent news. Last night, we did have the second of the third MCS event that is taking place for the playoff promo. There is not going to be an MCS playoff reward player. Instead, you're just going to be getting some packs. There will be a, I guess we'll call it, good champion player for the final drop of MCS that will be taking place February 7th. As of right now, everything we have right here is what we are going to get. The third installment of the MCS playoff bracket will be happening next Wednesday on January 29th. I will say a lot of people are not receiving that playoff pack for watching 150 minutes, and I'm not going to be the person to tell you don't watch the one on, I guess, next Wednesday. But for the 84 overall players you are getting, is it worth watching for that much time? That's all I'm going to say on that. But during that MCS stream, we did have the reveals for the playoff part 3 promo. I am going to assume today we will be able to not only finish off our playoff field pass, but also finish off that welcome item player we got to select all the way back in week 1 of the playoff promo. If you're watching this video the morning of or before the playoff promo has gone live, I would highly recommend getting everything done in here that you possibly can. You are going to want to be able to select the free 94 overall champion you get at tier 21 in the playoff field pass pretty much as soon as you can. I would also recommend making sure you have every single token you can unlock to go into that welcome item player, so you can use that card as a maxed out 94 overall today. As for these playoff game objectives, you should only be able to have 2 of them done. That means you should only have 2 upgrade tokens from the playoff game objectives. I've been seeing this question a lot. No one is able to complete all 3 of these. It is built in for you only to be able to beat 2. Like I said, you will be able to max out your welcome item player more than likely at 1:30 today when content does go live. Now, the players we got are interesting, but we do have a new online head-to-head Super Bowl playoff mode player. That is going to be a outside linebacker, Matt Milano, for the Buffalo Bills. We'll take a look at his card later in the video, but I will say the first 2 players we have already in the game in this mode, they are just better. Milano is by far the worst one we have when it comes to the player you get to pick for winning a Super Bowl. This mode does expire January 30th, which is a week from today, so if you have not played this mode or you still want to play this mode, I would lock in and play this. It's literally going to expire in a week. This is the final weekend we have this mode available to us. It'll expire next Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you got some time and you want to grind through this, I would recommend you guys grind through this. Speaking of things you probably should want to grind through, head-to-head ranked, we have 9 days and 22 minutes left until session 5 is over. Darnell Washington, Isaiah Simmons. Those are the 2 players worth grinding for. In my opinion, I will be stopping in the hero tier and claiming that Isaiah Simmons. But like I said, you have 9 days remaining. So it is time to tap in. Yesterday, we did see another AP increase. You guys can come see here over on my team. I have not personally picked how I want to switch up my abilities, but we now have 9 AP on offense and 12 AP on defense. Believe it or not, EA has been very consistent when it comes to updating AP throughout the entirety of Madden 25. As soon as they pulled out the Sub-Zero abilities, we got an AP increase, and then a few weeks later, we saw another AP increase. In my opinion, this is a very good thing with the meta of the game. Abilities obviously matter. It is very hard to get stops in this game, so giving us more defensive abilities, always a W in my eyes. The brand new Roster Revolution promo is going to give us a bunch of discounted abilities. We'll talk about that promo as a whole here in a few minutes. The big question I have been getting, where are Reduxes? I thought Reduxes were going to drop yesterday. If you think back to the content schedule, we had Roster Revolution, Reduxes, and then Playoffs Part 3 in that order. Content always drops in the order of the content schedule. Now, EA doesn't give us dates, but if you do the math on things, we're getting the playoff promo today, so you can almost lock it in. 94 overall Reduxes will be dropping in some capacity today. When I mean some capacity, what do I mean by that, gents? We have over 50 94 overall LTDs that are eventually going to need to get a Redux. We do have a smaller drop of playoff cards going live into the game, so I could see EA just saying screw it and dropping literally 50 plus 94 overall Redux cards in the game, but I could also see them breaking it down into individual drops. If I had to guess at this point, I just want to see EA drop all of them at once, so I'm going to say they're going to drop them all at once, but I would not be shocked if we get the non-zero chill cards this week and then all of the zero chill Reduxes next week. With that said, basically every single 94 overall LTD has just gone down in price. I told you guys on Monday, it's probably your last best time to sell off these cards. I told you guys basically 2 weeks ago you should move on from the more expensive ones like a Cooper DeJean, like an Ed Reed. DeJean is down like 500,000 coins. Ed Reed is down like 600k. These cards are going to continuously get cheaper, and that is because they are coming back in packs. If you want to buy any of the 94 overall Reduxes when I assume they go live in game today, I wouldn't buy them today. I'd wait a day or two for the market to kind of settle in and kind of see exactly what these cards will be selling for. If I had to guess, the most expensive Reduxes will probably be selling for about 500,000 coins, and then everything else will trickle in down below. You can kind of predict the market by basing it off of what are the best 94 overall limited times. For example, I do expect Calvin Johnson free safety to be fairly expensive. Let's say a card like Dexter Lawrence, who's already selling for 400,000 coins. This card will be fairly affordable for the majority of people. Of course, we will dive into the market tonight, so do not worry about any of that. One more reminder to come on over here and play your AKA Icon Clash solo season games. This is the only way to get AKA XP. You need to get AKA XP, so you get those tokens. You exchange those tokens over in sets to unlock a free champion. You might be sitting here asking, how have I basically finished off my field pass, but I've only won 3 games? There is a glitch currently going on in the Legend Solo Challenges. I'm not sure if this is still actively going on, but week 23, the LaDainian Tomlinson Challenge. But earlier in the week, this was by far the easiest way to grind through this AKA pass. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I recommend this as a tier 1 priority for you. You are going to want to get those tokens. You are going to want to spend those tokens in sets. It is going to reset every single week. You have a set amount of AKA XP you can earn per week, and if you get caught behind, you can't make that XP back up, of course, unless there is another XP glitch. But as of right now, this is the only official way from EA to do it. It's 5 games on rookie mode starting in the 3rd quarter with 3-minute quarters. You should be able to rip through those in like 15 minutes tops, but get them done. It resets every single Monday. Let's take a look at the market right now, because I do expect things to continue to go down in price. Like I talked about earlier, Reduxes will be dropping. 94 overall LTDs are going to be in shambles. That is not the only market crash I expect to have happening. I expect the majority of the market to take a shift downwards today. Few player groups that I expect to go down. 1, AKA Icons. Obviously, these cards get cheaper every single Monday, but we are going to see a mass influx of very good players becoming more affordable for the average player. So somebody like a, let's say, Brian Cushing or a Jawan Jennings or a Sauce Gardner, cards that people are actively working to get because 1, you can complete them in sets, and 2, they're not selling for that many coins. I mean, 500k is a little bit expensive, but you guys get the point right here. They are easily accessible. These Reduxes are going to become more easily accessible than, let's say, an LTD that dropped a month ago. And because of that, I fully expect some of these more expensive AKA Icon cards to go down in price. Beef Jerky, he will go down in price. I don't know by how much, because the Eagles theme team is fairly good, especially if they do win on Sunday. I do expect this card to stay fairly around 450,000 coins, but there is no way a center will be selling for 500k, especially when the best center in the game, in my opinion, in Creed Humphrey, will be, again, more affordable. Same thing with Sauce Gardner, same thing with Jawan Jennings. Matabeast is already fairly cheap. He is only going to get cheaper. I think Marcus Mariota come, let's say, Monday at the latest, will be selling for under 400,000 coins on average. As of right now, this is the best quarterback in the game, so it is a no-brainer to pick it up if you want, but I do think he will get cheaper, so maybe hold still on that one. Playoff cards, we do have Playoff Part 3 dropping today, and with that, I do expect all of these cards to take a dip in price. Like I mentioned earlier, today is your free 94 overall Playoff Champion day from the Field Pass. The card I expect to take a pretty heavy dip in price is going to be Xavier Worthy. He's already gone down 20,000 coins since this morning when I logged on way early this morning. He was going for like 515,000 coins. He's already under 500k. He is the most expensive player. He also is probably the best playoff champion. People are going to pick him as a B&D and sell off the one they currently have. And because of that, he will probably be selling for around 400 to 375,000 coins today. So maybe don't pick up Xavier Worthy. Sell him off right now if you have him. I'm going to sell mine off right now. And then either pick him as your B&D or just buy him back later, because I'm telling you guys, he will be cheaper. We'll take a look at his price chart later in the week so we can actually confirm that this will happen, but I'm telling you guys, it would make sense. We haven't had a free B&D champion in solo challenges or sets for a minute, so the market might not adjust right away, but I do expect Xavier Worthy to take a major dip in price. And honestly, all of these cards will go down in price. We're getting more packs, new players. It's just how the market typically works. 93 overall Reduxes. All of those cards, they are going to get cheaper today. We will be receiving the Redux special offer. Anytime we get that Redux special offer, the base floor you can pull is going to be the previous overall of Reduxes. So for this case, it is going to be 93 overalls. You can already tell this market has gone down a ton. I would not be shocked if these prices continue to decrease the deeper we get into the week. I don't expect 93 overall Zero Chill players to go down too much. Anything around 200,000 coins is fantastic value. If you guys follow me on TikTok at all, we do a lot of like best value players, and pretty much every video we talk about that. They are all Zero Chill, Ghost of Mud, or Merry Mix-Up players. So of course, those cards are always going to be good buys. They'll go down in price a little bit, but I don't expect anything too drastic right there. That is everything market crash wise. I'm having an absolute terrible hair day right now. The 8 a.m. is getting the better of me, but let's talk about the brand new Roster Revolution promo. Let's talk about the good. One, it is looking like it is going to be a very, very, very long promo, and out of this very long promo, you are going to continuously get these Roster Revolution tokens. The actual solo challenges you have to complete are so easy. I did them all in like 5 minutes. So if I can do them in 5 minutes, you can probably do them in 3. Second, I guess we'll call it favorite thing about the promo, the actual discounted abilities we are getting on the cards. Now, as of right now, the only card that has like a crazy stack, believe it or not, is going to be Derek Carr. But the whole concept of getting these medals, putting them in to your players to get those extra discounted ability buckets is a W in my eyes. On top of that, EA did mention they will continue to upgrade these players with discounted abilities the deeper we get into the season, keeping these cards relevant, which is a big issue we all faced, especially with Zero Chill. As soon as they took out the discounted abilities, a lot of those cards lost their top tier, S tier card status because they no longer have any discounted abilities. But a card like Derek Carr, who as of right now has one of the best ability stacks and some decent stats, if they keep upgrading this ability stack to make it, let's say, an S tier ability stack with some B tier stats, this can be a very good quarterback for, let's say 2 months to come down the line, which again is not typically the case when it comes to promo champion cards. Their life cycle of being top tier at max is usually a month. But with the fact that EA said they are going to keep upgrading these players with relevant discounted abilities, these players, their life cycle is just going to significantly increase. If this is your first year playing Madden Ultimate Team, abilities dominate the game, let's say come March. It's just how the game works. We start off, there aren't any real abilities. The AP limit is like fairly short. When you start off the Madden cycle, abilities are not a real thing. AP limit is significantly lower, abilities cost a lot more, they're also more expensive, it's harder to get training, but the deeper you get into the Madden cycle, abilities start to matter more and more. And right now, we are kind of at that turning point where abilities definitely matter. They don't dictate whether a card is good or bad, but we are getting to that point where abilities are going to matter. Whether you like this promo or not, there are two things. It is going to be a theme team filler and keeping cards relevant via abilities, which in my opinion is a good thing. Let's talk about the bad, more specifically some of the stats on these cards. I don't think this is going to be an every week thing, but 93 speed on a 94 overall strong safety, that is not good. Like we've talked about a lot though, this is a theme team filler promo, filling holes on theme teams that need to be filled. On a theme team, yes, he is going to be a little bit better, but I'm telling you guys, these cards, they are going to need better stats to keep people happy with this promo. Two, and probably the only other thing I don't know if I'm not going to like the whole medal concept. You guys can see right there on the store, you can buy additional medals, those medals being how you get the discounted abilities. If EA only gives us one free medal, which I don't think they are going to do, we might be in for a little bit of an issue. You have to buy a $20 step-up offer to even have the opportunity to buy that additional medal this week. As of right now, the only way to obtain one free medal is to complete the set that is maxing you out after one, but it looks like it is going to reset every single week. Again, there is potential for that to turn into a better thing than a worse thing, but either way, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Last thing before we get out of here, let's quickly take a look at the cards we have dropping today, most likely at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. First up, we got limited time Khalil Shakir. Bill's theme team got a lot better today. This card will be good. I do expect him to be fairly expensive. Again, it does matter all on pull rates and all that stuff, but it's Khalil Shakir. I'm not going to say he's the biggest name in the world, but his cards typically play pretty good. Darius Slay will be more expensive than Shakir. This is a very, very good DB. It doesn't have that top tier speed at 96, but 95 is just shorter. 95 man, 95 zone, 96 agility. Like I said, he is going to be very good. Zach Baugh on this card is not good, 6'2", 225. If you run an Eagles theme team, or Saints theme team, I guess, sure, go pick him up. But after that, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this one. We have gotten 3 offensive linemen, so we're just going to skip over that one. Nick Bolton, I don't like this card. He is 5'11". I wish they gave him 95 speed. That is, I know, a lot to ask. Maybe 96 speed. 94 speed is cool, but he is 5'11", so giving him that extra edge on these top tier linebackers would be nice. It does matter what discounted abilities he does get, though. Matt Milano is the playoff head-to-head new player we are getting. The fact that they are updating this mode with new players is a W. My biggest complaint with the Mutmus draft mode, the players got stale after 2 weeks. And EA automatically goes out there and fixes it by dropping new players every single week, which, like I just said, big W's on that one. And the last player we have dropping of relevant is going to be Taylor Rapp, 94 overall strong safety for the Buffalo Bills. Probably is he the best player we have dropping today to like pick for that B&D player pack? Probably, yeah. We really did not get like good cards today, which again is crazy to say because this is the final drop of the playoff promo. I don't hate the names they picked. They just gave them just not good stats. Like we mentioned earlier, today is your free playoff player pack, field pass player pack. That is dropping today. You could be able to unlock this pack today, and I'm just going to tell you guys right now, do not pick any of the new players. There are better cards in the game for your theme team, so there is no reason to pick any of these players. They're just not great. That all said, boys, is everything we got this morning. If you guys did enjoy this video, get on there and drop a like. I will catch you boys back here at 1:30 or whenever content does go live. But until then, I love you guys. Peace, gents. Have a good one.